Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ling. Actually, I'm not feeling really well today, but still happy to share something with you guys in this video. Okay, on July 1st, a very strict regulation on garbage sorting was officially implemented in Shanghai, China, which has driven all citizens crazy. You know, China has been doing a terrible job on garbage sorting. The back door of my middle school was close to a garbage mountain. Seriously, I needed to climb over a garbage mountain every day to go home after school. The interesting thing is, almost every dustbin on Chinese streets is divided into recyclable, not recyclable, but nobody cares. If you ask citizens why, basically you will get two kinds of answers. Firstly, some people would say, at the very start, I sorted all the garbage very carefully, right? I put the plastic bottles into one side and put the food waste into another. But then I saw garbage trucks stopped by and mixed all the sorted garbage together into some same bottles, then drove away. So why should I waste my time again? Okay, the second answer, some people would say China is still at the stage of persuading citizens to stop littering. So if most of Chinese can throw their waste into a dustbin, that is already a big step. Okay, it is harsh but also true. Back to the regulation, there are 3 points I want to discuss in today's video. Firstly, China is learning from Japan on garbage sorting. Secondly, I think the better option is the way of the United States. Lastly, I want to discuss what is the biggest obstacle when Chinese government is implementing this policy. We know Japan is definitely a forerunner on garbage sorting. I worked with several Japanese friends and heard them talking and complaining about it. They say the instruction manual can be as thick as a book, and there is a fixed timetable when you can drop the waste. Okay, Chinese regulation seems like to be learning from Japan, which tries to force the citizens to spend a lot of time on garbage sorting at home. Actually, citizens are amateur players, and this kind of regulation is trying to turn amateur players into semi-professional ones. But they're still not professional. They make mistakes, which still needs the professional players to take care of it afterwards, which means the after cost is pretty high. You may have similar experience when you assign some work to someone and he does a really bad job. Turns out you need to revise it all over again. I believe you'd rather to do it by yourself at the very beginning, right? So there are already some voices in Japan claiming that this way of garbage sorting is not efficient at all and should be abolished. You see, China is learning from something which may be phased out from its origin country. It is quite ironic to me. And another thing the authority has ignored is that there is a big difference between the situation of China and Japan. Chinese haven't built any self-awareness and initiative to do the garbage sorting. Then suddenly you force them to divide the garbage into 4 types. It is unrealistic. Actually, like I said, there is a better sample, another country which also talks about environmental protection every day, the United States. I asked one of my American friends how garbage sorting works in his hometown, and he told me that in the United States, the majority of residents, whether you live in an apartment or in a single-family household, the waste is totally unclassified and thrown away, or it can be roughly divided into 2 garbage cans, recyclable or not recyclable. You never need to take much effort to do it. The rest of it will be handed over to the professionals, and the key is what happens next. Next, a professional garbage disposal company such as Waste Management will come to your place and carry all the mixed garbage to their factory for the most automated and professional garbage sorting. The upper limit is to separate all the components of economic value for reuse, and the bottom line is to comply with the government's environmental protection regulations. So why do I say it's a better sample for China to learn from? Because it doesn't need citizens to spend too much time on it. Just imagine it takes like 15 to 30 minutes for a household to do the garbage sorting under such a strict regulation. You can totally use that time to do something else that you really enjoy. Maybe you can watch one episode of Big Bang Theory, you can play video games, you can have a wonderful sex with a partner. You see, this specialization of garbage sorting indirectly promotes the film industry, the video game industry, the sex industry of this country. Okay, whatever, you never want to spend 15 or 30 minutes to do something you're not good at, but you have to do just because the government force you to. What is the biggest obstacle when Shanghai is implementing this policy of garbage sorting? The answer is quite clear and simple. Citizens are not happy. Till now, when I check the internet, most of the feedbacks are all negative. The standard division is crazy as hell. You know, the crayfish, the 小龙虾, the popular Chinese dish, and they can be sorted into 4 types of garbage. You have no idea how to sort the daily waste correctly, so you won't get fined. Thankfully, some netizens have come up with an unique way of sorting trash, which is called pig sorting method. It says you only need to imagine a pig. Those edible for pigs are wet garbage. Those not edible for pigs are dry waste. If pig consumes it and dies, then it must be hazard waste. And those which can be sold to buy pigs are recyclable waste. How desperate can they be to come up with such a weird solution? The time to throw the garbage is fixed at the morning and in the evening. So people who leave home early and go home back late because of overtime working, sometimes they only have to leave the garbage at home. Besides, there will always be an instructor standing behind you when you throw the garbage, waiting for you to open your garbage bags to give you some instructions how to sort them correctly. So it is awkward because there may be something private. I mean, of course, garbage sorting is the right thing to do, but in my opinion, a progressive concept may become retrogressive if there is a problem with governance. Okay, that's it for today. Tell me in the comments if you know something about this news, and subscribe my channel so I can be more motivated to keep working on it. See you guys next week.